If you have a 9 to 5 but want to make money with a realistic side hustle, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to go from your day job to working for yourself. These are 12 of the highest paying but also doable side hustles that you can start today without quitting your job. That means flexible hours, location freedom, and actually making a solid amount of money. Yes, some of these can pay hundreds of dollars per hour. You owe this to yourself, and it can be really life-changing to have supplemental income. But yeah, I've combed through hundreds of side hustle ideas and actually done most of them in this video myself. And yeah, these are my favorite in 2025 and beyond. Okay, so the first high-paying side hustle idea we're talking about in this video is becoming an AI creator. Now, you might be thinking that AI creator means that you're actually making content yourself and being on camera, but that is far from the truth. It's not being a creator as in creating content, rather you're being a creator in creating workflows, processes, and systems for companies using AI. It sounds a little bit complicated, but it's actually pretty simple, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. So essentially, being an AI creator is kind of like being a programmer. You put systems in play that can do some type of function. Kind of view it as you yourself being a conductor of an orchestra, and every time you make a movement, the orchestra does what you want. This could be writing code, it could be building systems, it could be automating social media processes, whatever it is. You can build these exact workflows with platforms like Replit, Make AI, Browse AI, and I'm sure there's a bunch more. Yeah, basically these platforms allow you to use artificial intelligence to create things, and this is such a big value add to a lot of companies out there. I guarantee you there's at least 5 million businesses right now who'd benefit immensely from having an AI creator like this. And the best thing is that you can easily charge between $100 to $300 per hour for the service. All you need to do is learn one of these 3 platforms, spend a good 1 to 2 weeks learning how to build systems and things within them, and then offer these services to small businesses. I guarantee you, even with 1 to 2 weeks of training, you're gonna become an expert and you're gonna be able to add a lot of value to these business owners. For example, even I myself right now want an AI creator. I need someone that is fluent in all these platforms, and I'm definitely willing to pay between $100 to $300 per hour for this. Best thing is that this can be done anywhere and you can learn really quickly, an extremely high paying side hustle. All you need to do to get started with this is learn these platforms, practice on one of your friends, and slowly by word of mouth, you will build your business that way. Really, I think in 2025 and beyond, as AI gets bigger and bigger, this is gonna be one of the most important skills that you can have. Okay, side hustle number 2 is to actually build websites for people. And I'll show you exactly how I would do it. The first thing I would do is just sign up for Hostinger. With one single plan, you can build up to 100 different websites, and it's like $4 a month with my code. So I'll have a link to that down below. But yeah, all you need to do is have one plan and you can literally build websites for other people. This is also a very high paying skill. Websites are always in demand and business owners are willing to pay a lot of money for it. Also, building a website is super easy, especially with Hostinger. They have an AI builder that allows you to build a foundation for a website in just a few minutes. And then what you can do after is just go in and tweak it a bit, add your client's images, text, all that stuff. And building a very solid but professional looking website should take you no longer than 1 single day. You can easily charge hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a website like this. And there are so many businesses out there right now, a lot of these old mom and pop shops, they don't really have social media, they don't really have a good website. And basically you can go in, offer your services, start cheap, maybe like a few $100s for a single site, then go to 500, then 1,000, then $2,000 and up. Building a website is not that hard these days. You do not need to learn how to code. The Hostinger AI builder is so easy. Even WordPress is getting easier these days. And it's something that you can actually get pretty good at within a few weeks. One that should easily be able to bring you thousands of dollars in per month. And yes, you can build these websites whenever you want. You might even be able to build them while you're at work, but shh, don't tell your boss that. So yeah, definitely one of the best ones on this list. Again, I'll have a link down to Hostinger if you want to take advantage of that plan that allows you to build 100 websites. Use code Charlie Chang and it's gonna take an even bigger discount at checkout. And yes, this is the exact thing I use to build all of my own personal websites. The third side hustle we're talking about today without quitting your 9 to 5 job is teaching things. Yes, I know, pretty generic, pretty broad, but there are so many things you can teach nowadays. And the great thing is that teaching is a very, very high value skill. For example, Preply is one of my favorite sites where I'm actually a student. So I take private Chinese lessons once a week for 1 hour. And on that platform, as a tutor, you can teach pretty much anything. Language, singing, acting, public speaking, writing, history, literally anything. Craigslist is another place where I would actually advertise my services. This is how I got into tutoring back in the day. I used to tutor a lot of students, and my first students were all from Craigslist. I still think Craigslist is super slept on. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. you can actually get a lot of really high quality clients, especially when it comes to tutoring or teaching things. It's very likely that you have knowledge in something that other people are willing to pay to learn. And again, it's another high value skill that you can charge a good amount of money for. For example, I was charging about $50 per hour, and this was like almost 10 years ago. And I was simply just tutoring high school level math. You might know sport, let's say for example, golf. You can easily coach golf for at least $60 per hour. And so I want you guys to just think about like what skills or hobbies or things you know pretty well. You absolutely do not need to be an expert. It just needs to be something that you are quite good at, and you can immediately start teaching students. Just create ads on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist to start, and then you'll slowly build your clientele that way. The best thing is that you can schedule these lessons whenever you want. They can be at night after you get home from work. They can definitely be on the weekends as well. And so it gives you a lot of time flexibility. It's not a very sexy side hustle, but it is extremely effective. And so for anyone watching this video with a job that has some type of knowledge or skill, I highly suggest trying this out. The number 4 side hustle we're talking about today is another business or side hustle that's aimed at helping business people. You'll notice that this is a pretty big trend because there's a lot of money in this. But yeah, for this one, it is being a social media manager. This is a super high in demand position. And the great thing is that it does not take a lot of time to actually learn and be good at. It's also completely remote. You can do this from your phone. You can do this from your laptop. You can even probably do some of this while you are at work. And that is helping companies manage their social media. This is going to be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Pinterest, the list goes on. There are so many businesses out there that are not optimized when it comes to social media. And this is a huge value add. The thing is that social media is one of the best organic marketing strategies for any company out there, but a lot of these business owners, they have no idea what they are doing on social media. If you're watching this video, that means that you are on YouTube, you probably consume social media, and we can actually take that and turn it into a huge advantage. If you can help companies make educational or even viral videos showcasing their product or service, this is going to help grow the business tremendously. And what that means, you are going to be compensated quite well. This is definitely a high value skill that does not take thousands of hours to learn. And likely a lot of you watching this video are already quite good at social media. You can basically use platforms like Opus, CapCut, Descript. They can all help you make short form media and long form videos. You can help your clients make and post these videos and have some type of monthly retainer. This should easily be able to make you thousands of dollars per month. The great thing is that you can have multiple clients, so you don't need to just work with one specific client. Maybe do this at a super low price for one of your friends to learn. Ask them if they have any other business owners that they know that could use a similar service. In no time, you should actually have quite a few clients. And a really great thing to actually scale this type of business is later on when you have way too many clients, you can start hiring people to actually help you. And then this can basically turn into a full-fledged business. So yeah, if you have any social media experience at all, this is definitely a great side hustle. You can make thousands of dollars per month. You can even turn it into a 6 or 7 figure business in the future. And it's really perfect for anyone that has a 9-to-5 job. Okay, so number 5 is going to be pet sitting or pet boarding. Now, of all the side hustles we've talked about so far in this video, this is probably the most guaranteed side hustle yet, meaning it's very in demand. It's not a skill that you really need to learn, and pretty much anyone can do it. But the downside is that pet sitting is usually not going to make as much money as the other side hustles. But like I said, it's very steady. There's a lot of demand, and pretty much anyone that has at least some responsibility can do this. I was doing some research on Reddit, and this person basically said pet sitting and dog walking are very good gigs. Tons of apps if you have a clean record. People are always looking for honest help to care for their pets. You can use services like Rover and Wag. And yeah, I agree. I use these 2 apps for myself with my dog. And what I would actually recommend is pet sitting. So especially if you have a 9-to-5 job and you are busy during the day, watching dogs at night could actually be a very good use of your time. Most pet boarders that I know charge between $50 to $150 per night, and you're simply just watching a dog. This can be at the client's home or it can be at your home. If you have a remote 9-to-5 job and it allows you to work from home, then maybe dog walking can be quite good also. If you have a spare maybe 1 or 2 hours during the middle of the day when you are basically on lunch break, you can easily go and walk dogs. If you're walking a few dogs at a time, this can easily be, $50+ per hour. Overall, I think this is a pretty low stress side hustle that almost anyone can do. Yes, it's probably not going to make you rich, but that's okay. It should absolutely be be able to make you supplemental income. And the best thing is that dogs, they're amazing. If you're a dog lover, this could be the perfect side hustle for you. Okay, number 6 is consulting. And this is one of the best side hustles for anyone with a job because 1, it's a very valuable skill. 2, it allows you to work whenever you want. And 3, you can actually turn this into a big business. You might be thinking consulting and teaching stuff, are those actually the same or different? Well, there are definitely some similarities because yes, you are teaching something, but with consulting, it's usually shorter term projects or you're able to work on a monthly retainer, for example. Also, the great thing is that anyone that requires consulting usually has a good amount of money, so you can charge a good amount hourly for this. For example, if you love credit cards and you're really good at credit card points and redemptions, you can offer credit card award redemption consulting and charge a good amount of money. I actually did this for my last Europe trip. I hired someone, told them where I was traveling to, and they basically guided me in redeeming my points for free travel. If you actually want to do credit card points consulting, Point.me and Seats.aero are 2 great sites that can help you do this. By just getting good with those 2 platforms, you can easily charge hundreds of dollars per hour to help your clients out. You can also consult in, for example, AI. If you know any platforms like Notion, ClickUp, Go High Level, you can offer consulting in those. And yeah, the great thing is that this does not take thousands of hours for you to actually learn. Within a few weeks, you should be able to learn enough to actually offer this as a service, or if you already know a bunch in some type of area, you can immediately start offering these types of consulting services and put them on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Facebook Marketplace, or even Craigslist. Personally though, I think the best strategy for actually growing this as a business is doing social media where you create educational videos, teach your audience a bunch of stuff, build trust with them, and if you can position yourself as an expert in that subject, I guarantee you there are gonna be a lot of people that want to book your services. Consulting can easily bring in hundreds of dollars per hour. I've seen consultants charge over $1,000 per hour, so the money is definitely there. Okay, so the next side hustle I want to talk about that's perfect for people with a 9-to-5 job is being a photographer. I don't mean like a wildlife photographer. I don't mean a landscape photographer. I'm talking more about being a portrait photographer. I did this for many years. I think like 14 plus years I was a photographer. And I'll definitely tell you that there is a lot of money when it comes to portraits. People are always willing to pay money for portraits of themselves, of their families. And so I think this is an invaluable skill that everyone should learn. Being a great photographer is actually not that hard. And if you can get to a certain level, you should easily be able to charge between $200 to $500 per hour for photography services. There are wedding photographers that make $5,000, $10,000+ per wedding, and it really is such a perfect high value skill that you can offer even with a job. A lot of people, they want to do sessions on the weekends, so you're not working that time, and then you can spend your nights actually editing the photos, so that really is perfect. To do a side hustle like this, of course, you're gonna have to have some equipment, but cameras are getting quite cheap these days. You should be able to get a whole setup for around $1,000, and if you do the math, you can easily make that back within just 2 or 3 photo sessions. Create a very unique and personalized editing style, so you can actually purchase different editing filters, do some shoots for free to build up your portfolio, create a website, and yeah, the first couple clients that are paid, that's of course the hardest, but once you get those, do a great job for them, ask them if they have any friends that are also looking for photos, and that's basically how you get that rolling. Again, I did this for many years. Photography was without a doubt my best side hustle, so if you love photography or you think this is something that you would enjoy doing, definitely try it out. Okay, the next side hustle that I want to talk about is becoming a video editor. Again, another high value service for business owners. And these days there are so many programs out there that make editing quite easy. There's also a lot of AI tools that can make cutting footage quite fast. But yeah, if you're a great video editor, and I think this is a skill that takes maybe 1 to 6 months to learn, you should be able to charge between $40 to $100 per hour. If I were to do this side hustle in 2025 and beyond, I would go looking for YouTubers that already have a pretty big audience that have a budget to spend on a video editor. And yes, you might be thinking a lot of video editors are overseas. They only charge, let's say, $5 to $10 per hour, but there still is a lot of demand for US-based video editors. Basically, people that are very good at English and can create content without any typos and understand US social media trends. Learn a program like iMovie, DaVinci, Premiere Pro, or Final Cut, and you can do this as a service from the comfort of your own home after work or on the weekends and make a really solid amount of money. Plus, this is one of those skills that can easily turn into a full-on company. You can create a video editing agency after a while once you have enough clients. And so if you're watching this video and you have some video editing experience or you think this might be a fun thing to learn, then yeah, definitely try this out. Okay, so the next side hustle we're talking about is in-person services. So think about any type of in-person service that you yourself enjoy doing. This could be something like building computers, installing TVs, setting up desks, whatever service it is, you can actually make a lot of money from doing it. Create an account on TaskRabbit, post on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, even create a Yelp page. And I recommend niching quite down. You might be thinking, let's say I want to install TVs. Many people might think it's too niche just to install TVs, but I promise you, unless you are in a super small city, being in a very niche service like this can be very good. For example, if I were to start, let's say, a TV mounting service, I'd call it, let's say, Charlie's TV mounting. And if someone were to search up TV mounting on Yelp, it's very likely that my business would come up since it's literally the only thing that I do. And you can easily charge between $100 to $200 for a TV mounting service, which if you think about it, you do 3 in a day, that's gonna be $300 to $600. You can also do things like cleaning, it could be fixing things, it can be installing IKEA furniture. There are so many in-person services that you can do. And many of you watching this video for sure have something you can offer as a service like this. And it's also great because you can schedule these whenever you are free, and so that will not interfere with your 9-to-5 job. If you have good customer service and you're actually good at these jobs that you're doing, the business is guaranteed to grow because your clients will tell their friends how good of a job you did, and that sort of starts this chain reaction of leads and referrals, which could easily replace your 9-to-5 income at some point. Okay, so number 10 on the list is online reselling. This is something that I did in high school and even a bit in college, and that is buying things for a low price and then selling them for a higher price. This person on Reddit said, buy somewhat low, sell somewhat high. Buy on the lower side of average, sell on the higher side of average. Buy, sell, sell, sell. That's true because you don't need to get the best screaming deal in order to make money with this type of business. They're basically saying just take 5 minutes to research items in demand on eBay or other sites, and then purchase from one platform and sell it on another. By listing on various marketplaces such as Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Letgo, whatever, you can justify a slightly higher price due to a broader audience. In some cases, you can command a much higher price by improving the product, listing, or photos. Guys, photos are so important for selling things. There are people selling things on these marketplaces that have terrible photos. And if you literally just buy that for a good price and then create great photos, you can instantly sell it for more money. So yeah, they said it's simple and accessible to anyone. However, most people avoid it because they're unwilling to put in the necessary effort. The comment underneath said, my buddy started a business like this. Bought jewelry at pawn shops and sold them for way more once they're refurbished. This is also an extremely great strategy for buying and reselling. You can buy things like a couch or a table or a desk, refurbish it, so make it look more clean, make it look nicer, and you should immediately be able to sell it for a lot more. Yeah, like they're saying, it's extremely accessible. Anyone can do this as long as you have a car. You can browse Facebook Marketplace while at your job, find listings, message them, pick them up when you're off work, sell them on the weekends, and yeah, it's very flexible. And you can even pay a friend to sell the items for you. This is definitely one of the side hustles I would do if I was in need of immediate cash, because the turnaround for buying and reselling can be as fast as one single day. Okay, number 11 is gonna be investing. And this isn't a traditional side hustle. This is actually something that every single person watching this video should be doing on the side. And you might be wondering, I don't have time to invest, but actually investing is extremely passive, at least if you do it the correct way. So instead of day trading and spending all your time worrying about stocks going up and down, my technique when it comes to investing is just buying and holding for the long term. I've made millions of dollars doing just this. It's extremely passive, and really you need to have your money work for you, as in your money should be making money for you while you sleep. You're not gonna get immediate cash flow investing, but this is something that all of you watching this video should be doing. Just download any app like Webull. I'll have a link down to Webull if you wanna get a bunch of free stocks. Buy reliable stocks like Apple and Microsoft and hold them for a long term. Actually, even better than individual companies is just buying index funds and ETFs. For example, one of my favorites is VOO. When you buy VOO, you basically invest in 500 of the biggest companies in the US. So it's a very safe investment that historically has performed extremely well. ETFs like this are actually a majority of what I invest my money into, and that's why I'm such a big believer in this investing technique. So I'm not saying investing should just be your one and only side hustle. This should be in addition to whatever side hustle you pick from this list. And if you invest for the long term, you can see how compound growth allows you to become a millionaire without actually investing that much money. Every single rich person in the world invests their money in stocks and other investments, and this is one of the most accessible ways for you to actually make your money work for you, so I highly recommend doing it. Okay, and then number 12 on the list is being a part-time server. Now I know this is more of like another 9-to-5 job, but I want to at least have one option where you can work for a company. It's very guaranteed money, and being a server can actually be quite lucrative. Yes, I know it's probably not going to be likely for you to get a server position at a very high-end restaurant, and that's where you can make a lot of money with tips, but even being a part-time server at a pretty decently priced restaurant can be a great side job. For example, this person on Reddit said, my best side gig was working full-time as a server in a decent restaurant. Not only did I get paid, but I also got free food, and the after shift drink was my social time, so I didn't feel the need to go out and spend money elsewhere. So made money, saved money, saved money. You can absolutely become a server on the weekends, and this is one of those jobs where, yes, it's not going to make you super rich, but if you do want some additional cash, then this is a guaranteed way of doing it. If you can find the right position at the right restaurant, with tips, you can actually make a very high hourly wage. We're talking 30, 50, even $100+ per hour. You could also be a host or a server at a nightclub. I know those people get paid extremely well, especially if you're paid with tips. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is any position that has tips can potentially pay extremely well when done right. So if you're looking for a more stable but like guaranteed way of making money, then yeah, getting another job as a part-time server can be a great choice. But you know me, I'm all about entrepreneurship. I think the other ones are gonna be better for most people, but I just wanna have this on the list because it's pretty much guaranteed, it's very accessible, and it's guaranteed side income that a lot of people don't realize they can make. So yeah, anyways, those are 12 of my favorite high-paying side hustles that you can get while keeping your 9-to-5 job. Almost every single option we talked about on this list can result in a huge payday. It's all about just doing it right, doing it consistently, and being good at what you do. I think this is the year that you actually start that side hustle that you've always wanted to start, bring home some more supplemental income, start investing that money, grow your wealth, work hard right now, and it's definitely gonna pay off in the future. I have links to all the resources I talked about in this video, so if you wanna start any of these, I encourage you, just take action. That's the most important part, and I wish you the best of luck on whatever side hustle you start this year. Big props to you for even taking the initiative, and I hope you guys crush it. Anyways, if you got some value from this video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. I do a ton of videos about entrepreneurship, investing, and making money. And yeah, the whole goal of the channel is to help you live a financially successful life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.